Hey guys, a bit of a sad news in the wrestling world. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon passed away. Now, I just want to say I have personal experience with Scott Hall. He was a friend of mine. Um, through a guy that I knew, even though he doesn't want to give me credit. I did know this guy. This kid, this guy that I knew from locally here in Staten Island, Scott Hall was training him. And I saw some pictures on Instagram of him with Scott Hall. And it just conveniently enough that his father, the guy that I know, and Scott Hall, his father was in the same rehabilitation center as me. So the man was nice, a lot nicer than his son, to be honest, because sometimes it's hard to tell. I like Damien, but sometimes it's hard to tell if Damien really cares about people he says he cares about, because honestly, I feel a bit ignored by him, and I just feel like he thinks he's better. But that's beside the point. And he also dated Sonny. But what I want to say is my experience with Scott Hall was very nice because he was one of the first wrestlers that, when I first started watching wrestling, came out. His moves, the razor's edge, the way he would play to the crowd, the way he would extend his arm out like a cross, the way he would say finish, the way he would say Chico, say hello to the bad guy. Razor gonna carve you up. Something happened to the gourmet. Something gonna happen to you. You know Razor? Razor more handsome than 10 movie star, man. You get up 5 times. You get knocked down 5 times. You get up 6. All these famous quotes from Razor Ramon. Stickman. When I'm done with you, they won't be able to find you. The last Chico that messed with me, ask that Chico what happened, man. So anyway, this guy that I knew from Staten Island set up a meet and greet with me and Razor Ramon. I'm laying in the bed, I get a text saying, "Hey yo," and I got lit up because I knew what was coming. And then he was giving me updates. Me and Razor will be there very shortly. And my eyes just swelled up with pride and lit up. All of a sudden, they came through the elevator. Razor Ramon in a leather jacket. All the nurses were going crazy. He would make jokes like, hide the pills and stuff like that. And this is not shortly after. This is like a few years after him and Jake Roberts stayed with DDP. And he was talking about his diet, all the meds he had to take to stay, in good health and responsible health. And Razor was a kind guy. And I met him a couple times, again, by myself with no help. And he remembered me. And that's how, even though I met Kevin Nash years prior first, but because of that connection with Razor, me and Kev also became cool. And I always appreciated Razor messing with me. Razor saying, "Oh, you're the guy that stayed in that rehab center with all the hot nurses." And then him giving me the crotch chop. Every time I hugged him, he said, "Man, I wish a chick was hugging me," and all this kind of stuff. Razor would just mess with me, and sometimes he would come up behind me and just put his hand around me and hug me. I appreciated it. Razor was a nice guy. The last time I saw Razor was a few days after my granddad, well, my dad, in every sense the word, died in early March 2020. What a freaking year. And he signed my family because I was a big mess after my granddad passed. My family suggested that I go with my friend and my home health aide to this convention. And I went with my friends. It was the four of us. And I saw Razor. I said, "Razor, can you sign this 2-pack with you and Big Kev?" It was a Mattel 2-pack with him and Kevin Nash in NWO gear. And then the picture looked like what it did in the WCW catalog. And I was like, "Hey, can you sign this?" He was like, "Nah, man, leave me alone." And then he was laughing. And then he's like, No. I got you. Don't worry." And then my friend Mike was asking him, "We saw you on SmackDown last night." He goes, "Yeah, the young guys get mad when we come because they want to know why we're getting over and they're not. Well, obviously, you're not doing something right if you're not getting over, and we are." Razor was funny as hell. I'm going to miss him. He's one of the characters that I really wanted to play in the Genesis days and the Super Nintendo. He's the reason why I bought WWE 2K 2022 for the NWO For Life edition. For life. And, by him showing up on Nitro, creating the NWO, finally hooking up with my childhood hero. But to be honest, I didn't see much of Hogan when I started watching wrestling because he was on his way out and he was in WCW. But for the most part, it was all like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Razor. So it was cool seeing the childhood hero that I admired that I didn't really see with the guys that I saw every week. I just want to say, Razor, thank you for being a good human being. Scott Oliver Hall, and thank you for being my friend. And God has a special place up there for you, my friend. I mean it. God bless you. I love you. I love wrestling. Thank you guys for making my childhood. Peace.